in a position for their hunter to do well. It also depends on what kind of hunter the side of MRC has available, because again, round one Red Church, it's not good for the two most common Breaking Wheel and Dream Witch, so maybe they have something else that we haven't really seen yet. We'll have to see how this plays out. We're gonna have the Sculptor spawn at Graveyard, immediately rotating towards Backgate, does catch on to this. No, doesn't see the Survivor go toward that God window here, immediately rotating towards Graveyard, and he's able to evade line of sight here from the Sculptor. They're gonna try to find who's hiding back here, but we know they've already rotated all the way to Graveyard, and it looks like the Sculptor, I think, has caught sight of the Survivor here. That is the
Mechanic?
it is the Seer.
Yeah.
But it's a very good kiting area to be in. Graveyard is just very strong overall.
Forcing the owl out immediately, taking that owl hit, and then going around this graveyard area, one of the strongest kiting areas of the Red Church, and now going for the chip and almost getting, oh wow, getting that hit on the Seer plus the chip damage, and now a Seer with no owl going to transition into the Red Church, going to put those status out, and that will be the end of the kite for the Seer. Amazing statue placement, and what a fast hand from the hunter as well. Being very proactive, destroying that portal to avoid any more decoding from the Priestess Cipher, and now going to locate the Seer chair right here, one of the most utilized chairs for the hunters because he can control the Cipher as well, and then Mechanic is the one going to go for the early rescue.
Yeah, Mechanic saving here is okay, because I assume Mechanic does have Tide Turner, and if Mechanic gets injured, the Cipher Rush from the Mechanic's decoding isn't actually slowed down. It's only if someone else gets injured, and we're going to see Seer take the hit. But yeah, an interesting choice in the early kite there from the Seer. The Seer opted to not revault that pallet after going for a pallet stun, and that was kind of the big difference maker, because then the Sculptor just turns around and gets a free hit on the Seer, gets a free chip, and that was a huge game changer. But because Mechanic has bot in play, and because Mechanic did the rescue, which means one less Survivor is injured, Mechanic still is able to decode at a pretty reasonable pace here, and the Cipher Rush is still on tack for the Survivors here, and this is where the Mechanic is really going to shine. It's going to show, even after a quick down on the Seer, that a tie is still easily on the table for the Survivors without much effort.
Exactly, with the robot decoding another Cipher, and now it's going to be asked for the Gravekeeper to take this rescue. However, though, they seem to not be going for it because there is a full sight on the Gravekeeper right now, and he's just moving away, transitioning away, not trying to give the Hunter that hit, and now Seer will be sent back to the manor first, and as we see, Gravekeeper will be taking the second kite, taking those 2 damages from the statue hit, and now it is going to be for him that whether he would choose the pallet, but no, it was a bit too late for that, and he will be going down here a little bit far away from his main Cipher, so still not too bad for a second kite. However, though, Eli, you have to keep in mind there is still 3 Ciphers remaining, and the bot is already being being knocked down by the Sculpture.
Yeah, and it looks like Sculptor is going to go ahead and just take down these portals, just kind of cleaning up here. And the Cipher progress, it's not looking to be enough right now here. We'll see who comes in for the rescue. Looks like it is going to be Priestess going to go ahead and go for that portal. Oh, Priestess is coming way too late here. The Sculptor can slow down the Priestess here. Goes for the hit there, and the rescue is after half. Priestess, again, yeah, came way too late for that rescue. Sculptor is a hunter that can cancel the rescue animation with the statues, utilizing that to their advantage, forcing the rescue after half, and Gravekeeper is going to go down to the blink right away. There is the down for Potters, and just like that, this is looking like an easy 4-person elimination, even with the Mechanic on the team. This is looking very good for the Sculptor here, and it really goes to show the power of Sculptor on a smaller map such as Red Church. Going to go ahead and use that chisel, trying to spike down Graveyard here, which is onto the Mechanic, and downs the Mechanic with a full present statue there. Excellent job from the Sculptor, and now it's just a matter of time. They need to find the Priestess, secure the down there, force the Survivors to expend their self-heals, and that will be a 5-point lead here.
Yes, that was crucial. The long distance statue chip damage for the Mechanic. Even though she got a perfume, there's not really much things she could work with against those status. And now it's gonna be the priestess here turn to try to avoid these chip damages. However, though, she still got, ooh, she just tried to stuck to the walls to try to avoid a normal hit, but then the status will definitely come in her way. And now the mechanic is decoding a second cipher machine at 78%, and then there's another cipher machine with 86. So if she can finish this cipher machine, there is a possibility that priestess can also finish one more machine, which is 73%, and that could be a chance if they can pop it. However, though, Potters is not allowing that to happen, and she's immediately going after the mechanic and already following her blood trail, and she's going behind this graveyard using the perfume quite quickly just to buy some extra time, and then also forcing Potters to back off a little bit, but ultimately using the full present status to just chase her and hit down her for a second time.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna chair because that's last. Oh, they popped the last cipher. They got the pickup before the last cipher she was prime, but keep in mind here, so there's no detention available. This was confined space, and the survivors were able to sneak that pop there. We gotta be paying attention to the fact that they were able to do. I mean, that's just so crucial. And now, if the sculptor has detention, it's really not too big of a problem. I mean, obviously, Priestess still has kiting potential here, but now because the sculptor does not have detention, they're forced to either go for 2 basic hits onto the priestess and takes the portal into church, which means priestess can hide a little bit longer. Also has a portal to work with as well. And I don't think the sculptor knows where this priestess is. And if there's no mechanic on the team, this is a 4-person elimination before the cipher machine is primed. Because there was a mechanic with the extra cipher rush, that allowed them to have just enough time to actually pop the cipher. And Priestess should be able to get dungeon here. If they play their cards properly, this should be a fairly easy dungeon escape for the Priestess. They just hide out at bottom broken, waiting for the mechanic to expire, and then portal along the length of the church and go straight to the dungeon because there is no detention. Oh, and they teleport, and yeah, that teleport's just going to give it up completely. Priestess can run straight to the dungeon here, and they should be able to get at least one survivor out the dungeon.
Yes, we see Priestess already coming in, preparing for the dungeon escape, and that was so crucial, to be honest. The fact that she could heal up so fast, finish her cipher, and then also go back to finish the last cipher, that was incredible. Incredible pop right here, going to try to stop her, but no, Priestess would just jump to the dungeon straight away, and that will...
Also very crucial. Actually, Priestess portals destroy Clerk. If used properly, Priestess portals, Priestess support, if you have portals set up and the survivors can take it, there's nothing the Clerk can do to play around those portals, because again, Clerk relies on using that recording on the survivor vault window or a pallet, or using, interacting with things, whereas taking a portal is just a free way to kite a Clerk here. So we're going to see a Clerk spawn at top broken, immediately going towards the graveyard area instead, then going back gate, and has caught onto somebody here. Looks like it is the entomologist, which, I mean, I would say it's not a great chase, but again, none of the survivors on this team comp are a good chase for Clerk.
Exactly. And once again, I have to remind you, Eli, the Clerk does feed off the survivors. So you have to be very careful, because any motion, any interaction that she records, she will use it to her advantage later on. So we'll see the first guide against Clerk is so important. And we see how she's saving her beast really well, going to take the first hit. That is big for Clerk, because the more she gets the presence, the stronger she gets. And now Entomology is forcing to break this pallet down, transitioning to one of the best cutting areas here, right at Graveyard, also where Acrobat is. So we'll see there's going to be a little bit of distraction for Clerk. She needs to focus on her main target, which is the Entomologist, putting the beast in the middle, forcing them to break the beast, and now the beast will enter a cooldown mode. So this is going to be very crucial, Ila, whether she can make it to the window, and we will see that Clerk will go for the Blink Terror Shock right there, right at the window for Entomologist. It's going to be the first down of this game.
Yeah, it's going to be the first down, and not a whole lot of cipher progress. The only way you really can beat Clerk is if the first kite's a 3-cipher kite. Because Clerk's cipher control is so good, and her chase her early game chase isn't as strong, the only way you can really win, again, 3-cipher kite right away. And this is not a 3-cipher kite by any means. Clerk also farms extra presence because that was a terror shock at the end there. So that's going to mean that she's one step closer to full presence. For full presence, Clerk is just very scary. She has an incredible amount of control. And it looks like we're going to see the mercenary come in for the rescue here, spiking on that cipher machine, trying to slow that down here. Will they go for the hit on the mercenary, or will they try to go for a terror shock? Looks like going for a terror shock, and goes for the follow-up swing with the with the main body there, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and get that farm onto the entomologist. Mercenary taking it in the process, and no option to rebound as well here. So this is actually looking pretty good for the clerk player.
Yes, Eli, I can see she already reached full presence while there's still 4 ciphers remaining. This is big for Clerk, Eli, because just like you said, if the first guide is not 3 ciphers, it's going to be very, very hard towards late game because now her last ability is unlocked. And that's how you see everyone here. Everyone, let's check out. The cipher is going to be controlled by Clerk. Very difficult situation, especially with no decoders on hand. They cannot pull the ciphers as fast. They're healing right here, which is actually the only thing they need to do because they cannot touch the ciphers while she's looking at them.
That is true, and we're gonna go ahead and see Priestess come through the portal, just kind of splitting up the ciphers here. She's gonna go ahead and go back through this. Clerk's gonna break that and probably go towards Shack. This is the location of the Acrobat, and keep in mind, Acrobat has a lot of bombs to work with, and we do have the blink on cooldown. Acrobat in a pretty decent kiting area, very narrow with this. This is actually a really good kiting area for Acrobat against Clerk because there's nothing the Clerk can interact with, or the Acrobat to interact with for the Clerk to record. We're going to see the Acrobat go ahead and go towards. He's going to put a bomb right in this area here, I think. No, I think he's actually going to go ahead and use a bomb at the window. It is going to be a red bomb, and the Clerk acknowledges that there's really no point in continuing after this Acrobat for too long. If you vault into that red bomb, you can't use your abilities, and Acrobat can kite around Church for a long period of time. He's going to go ahead and change targets, trying to find an easier potential chase target here, which is the Priestess, but still 4 Cypher Machines remaining. Progress on all of them, but it is still a Clerk we're talking about. She is a hunter that has so much Cypher control potential and can slow down that Cypher progress significantly.
Exactly. She has already started to do that, stopping 2 ciphers, forcing the Acrobat to finish the cipher in the back gate. And if, like you said, there's nothing she can record when there's no interaction. Ooh, taking the hit. However, though, she can always record herself, just like she did before. She recorded her movement and then hit the Priestess there, and will be another Blink Terror Shock coming in for Illusion as Clerk. Amazing window here. Blink on Terror Shock. That is 2 things at once happening in front of us.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see them get Priestess on the rocket share here. 2 ciphers. Look at how far those ciphers are, and it seems like they're far. But this is a Clerk we're talking about, which means that they're really not anywhere near as far as they seem. So we're going to see the Acrobat come in for this rescue here, able to avoid that first hit. Acrobat does have Tide Turner as well, so he's going to be able to get a Tide Turner effect rescue here. Priestess does have a portal. Excellent blow bomb. That is a really good job from the Clerk here. Priestess needs to try to... Oh, Priestess mind games themselves, and they use it. They actually use a portal after getting hit with Tide Turner, which is very interesting. I'm not really understanding the point behind that because they're going to go down anyways. But that last Cypher Machine, it's almost done at 87%. The question is, do the survivors pop in and try to go for the end game, or do they try to go for a rescue first? You also have to be careful, Clerk, if they have a potential page that they can use to pop the Cypher Machine themselves. That could also be very strong. I don't know if they do have that available. Mercenary coming in for an instant rescue. Getting the rescue, they're going to block the Cypher. They have to try to pop right now, and they do get that pop off right here. Soy is going to go out ahead and chase after the Priestess, but keep in mind, Priestess goes for the slow vault. Only 1 portal available because they did use that 1 extra portal earlier instead of saving it after getting hit with the Tide Turner.
Exactly. I think that was just a mishap. But anyway, now the Priestess is already in the church in one of her best kiting positions with portals in her hand. She has to buy so much time because everyone is trying to open this gate. Mercenary is the ideal one because Acrobat cannot even touch that gate with his debuff. So now we'll see Priestess taking the last hit. And since the detention is on, Priestess will immediately go down, and when she's shared, she will just go back to the manor. But Clerk is buying here extra time, trying to stop the gate from being open. However, though, they're taking turns to open the gate. Acrobat 45% opening. Now Mercenary's turn. She trying to control the gate and the Priestess at the same time. Is going to be very clutch for them. They have to escape. They got it. They got a tie. Eli, they got a tie at the end. They can have good synergy between each other. Any end magician can work so well together. She can either, if it's not a wand, she can also throw a perfume or an elbow pads, and we will see how this match starts with Nightmare spawning right in the middle.
Yeah, Nightmare is going to go ahead spawning over, technically spawning over at back corner there, and is going to go ahead and rotate towards middle first, and then goes towards Graveyard, but he's not going to commit to Graveyard there. That is the Magician. Does catch sight of the Mercenary, so this is a really good start for the Survivors. Mercenary getting found first is always ideal. We're going to see confined space as well. Will he chase the Mercenary? Mercenary uses an elbow pad, just barely avoiding the tram there. Does he continue to chase Mercenary here? This is a really bad chase. You don't want to chase Mercenary as almost any hunter, but it looks like Nightmare may not actually have a choice, and he's going to commit to Mercenary ultimately here, it looks like. I'm going to use another elbow pad to keep transitioning farther away here. Is now using Teleport, and he is going to go ahead and teleport away, but the Survivor already got to a pallet here, so an excellent setup for the Acrobat. They can go ahead and use the bomb here to create even more distance. White bomb here is okay. Nightmare's going to be able to walk around it anyway. He's just using it to create some more distance, and he is able to do that here. He also has no presence yet, which means he cannot teleport to the Crow as well.
Yes, the Acrobat is doing a great job avoiding these areas and now taking the fireball immediately. I think that was a good ball. However, the Nightmare immediately dodges it and goes around it, and now it's going to be up to Acrobat. He still got one more ball in hand on cooldown. Oh, Toy Merchant flying away from her Cypher, and that was so crucial because amazing use of the catapult, and watch out for the tram as well. There now is going to be a very, very clutch here because now the new target is going to be Annie. And still, Eli, like you said, there's no presence on the hunter just yet.
Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and just take this pallet down here. He is able to get, I think, final vision onto this Toy Merchant, and he is able to get the first hit onto the Merchant. But the Cypher progress so far along already, we see one Cypher machine 70% of the way done, another one at 70, another one already started, actually a fifth one. They have all Cyphers have been worked on. They've all been started here. They've set themselves up really well to win this game here. Nightmare still hasn't even gotten his first extra presence. Now he is able to get that with that Terror Shock onto the Merchant, but the Survivors, they have enough progress to win this game. If played properly, they are putting themselves in a really good position. Now, Basement is a little bit of a factor here, but keep in mind you do have Mercenary with elbow pads. Nightmare's basement camp. Nightmare relies on going for dash hits, right? Less so about drop hits. That never really comes up for Nightmare. So basement isn't going to be as strong as for Nightmare here. If Mercenary is able to make a clean rescue, then the Survivor should have a win on board.
Yes, this basement was definitely not one of the ideal ones, but he just decided to just to make it a little bit difficult to rescue, and now it's going to be for the Magician to be light up, and it's still going to come this basement, going to take advantage of the double hit, and it will be the Acrobat coming in, forcing the down first. Ooh, body blocking from the basement, and now going in for this rescue, trying to force a after half rescue, which he fails to do, and now Acrobat and Toy Merchant will be going out of the dungeon basement.
Yeah, what a beautiful rescue there. Getting that, I think that was right before the line, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to see Toy Merchant, trying to get to the glider. They could have glided out that window potentially, but they're not able to get it. But again, the Cyphers are almost done. 2 Cyphers at 60 plus here. They've got enough on board to win the game. Now the question is, what does the Nightmare do here? Is he going to play very aggressively and go for a double teleport? Of course, you can go teleport toward one of the Cypher machines and then teleport back to your Crow on Cypher, on the rocket chair and kip it that way. What's Nightmare going to do? He's going to teleport. He's going to go for a basic teleport here. Who does he see here? It looks like it is the Acrobat, just using that to get away, so he knows that there's probably another Survivor on the field trying to make the rescue here. Yeah, who's it going to be? It looks like nobody.
Definitely going for that rescue right on time before she flies, and will be the Acrobat. Yeah, the Acrobat will be the first time in chair. There's one Cypher remaining, which is almost about to be prime. So so far, this is looking really good for WP team. As far as we see, there's going to be a very perfect illusion right there from the Magician. Nice utilization, buying some extra time for the chair and for the Survivors to relocate around this last Cypher. Ooh, taking the normal hit, managing to get the rescue before half, and also getting down the Magician as well. That was really interesting gameplay from the Nightmare, because he decided to just down the Magician first and stop the decoding progress from this machine.
Yeah, and it looks like he's gonna mind gaming the Acrobat. Goes for the vault here. Can he get the hit? Is able to get the down on the Acrobat. Last Cypher machine, 86 and 17. Gonna go ahead and share that there. It's actually not 17, it's a little bit farther. Mercenary has some extra progress on that, has not been updated just yet, but it looks like he's gonna go ahead and go for the double chair, I think. Will Magician, he's actually gonna get up here, Goes for that hit there. Is the Cypher Machine primed? It's not primed, so Magician is going to be onto the rocket chair here. And the question is, can Mercenary... Okay, they should be able to prime that corner house Cypher Machine in time here. And it looks like we're probably just going to see them maybe try to go for a double save. I think that's the best bet here. Yeah, looks like they're going for that double rescue.
Yeah, double rescue is on the line here. Acrobat coming from the side, using that bomb to buy some extra distance, going down. But now they pop the Cypher and immediately everyone will be up. That was so clutch. And now Annie is going to the gate. Acrobat going to the middle, and everyone is dispersing, each man to their own, trying to get the attention away from the gates so at least they can escape. So this is going to be a very good end game for the survivors. Everyone preparing for the last minutes of the match.
We are going to see that vault there, trying to stay alive. Oh, gets the vault off in time, able to avoid that dash there. Is going to go... No, not going down here either. What an excellent job from the survivor, and somehow that misses as well. Trying to go for a dash, still not able to get anything. Excellent job here, teleporting to the gate here. Does he know where the Magician is? Oh, he does get the side of Magician. Very fast down onto the Magician there. He still has teleport available. He can go right back to the other exit gate here, Soy. Is he gonna... Yeah, he's gonna go for the teleport there to the exit gate here. Has caught sight of the toy merchant and still able to keep guiding here. This merchant's doing an excellent job.
Yes, this is one of the things about Stuka here in the Nightmare. Utilizing the teleport right at the right moment, because if he doesn't teleport there, Toy Merchant will be able to open the gate and get the gate open for the rest everyone. And now amazing vault, amazing manking here from the Toy Merchant, baiting those hits right there, ultimately getting some distance, and now going to the strongest point for her, which is the second story building, where she can easily use the glide to just go away. And now everyone will be heading back to the other gate, and Nightmare is still not being able to reach this Merkin. She's about to just reach in the middle with the dungeon all the way north. It's going to be a little bit difficult for her to reach there, but once again she's still not giving up, making it difficult for the Nightmare to focus. At the same time, we'll finally go down right here, and it will be a win for the Survivor team.
You know, survivors need to get they need to get a win, right? They need to get 3 stars out the gate here. Mechanic is built to draw, less so to win, but if played properly, can still of course push for wins here. Yeah, we'll see what Potters can do. We are going to load into our match momentarily here. We are going to have the Geisha spawning over. I think over spawned at bad corner as well here. Immediately going towards fake gate middle, then corner house, which is very curious route. This is, you never really see hunters take this route because a lot of survivors don't really spawn over here. So yeah, just Potters unfortunately not knowing the spawn here is going to cost them and actually allow the survivors to rotate for free a little bit. Looking for corner house, trying to find where Tinnitus is from. It is from that bot, but he does not even see it. So a pretty good start for the survivors in terms of rotation.
Yeah, going to be finding here the Acrobat first, and it's going to have one ball already ready for the Geisha to avoid the first dash. And now not taking the butterfly interested enough, because you always need those butterflies to stop and do the skill check. So however, they're going for this area. Oh, we'll be taking the first hit so early in game. There's already been 1 minute since the match started, so it's still looking good for the survivors so far. Now going for the mad dash, trying to buy some distance. Oh, nice mad ball on the Geisha, slowing her down and using this Priestess portal that is already been set up for him to transition to this graveyard area. And now is looking really clutch for the Geisha, using the butterfly to go again. Ooh, buying some distance, but using the flywheel and going again through the window.
Yeah, interesting choice here from Potters. It actually brings Abnormal, which doesn't really make sense. Abnormal's a good... Oh, goes for that swing. Oh, he does not go for the pallet stun there. Goes for that hit there, and he is not able to get it. Continuing to kite here in this area. Bringing Abnormal here. It's an interesting decision. Abnormal is a good build when you need to try to go for a heavy amount of kills, like going for a 4-person elimination. Gets the pallet stun as well. So I don't really understand why not just bring Blink. If he had Blink, oh, he runs into a wall as well, but he misses the hit in the process, goes for another swing, misses that hit as well. If he had Blink, he could have gotten this elimination a lot quicker. We're going to see him try to dash through this, but he shouldn't be able to do so as long as he holds down the skill check. Yeah, if he has Blink, I mean, there's like three different situations where Blink would have been good there. Blink is a very good draw build. Again, you don't need Abnormal. Abnormal is a winning build here. You only need to tie, so it doesn't really make sense to play that for Potters here, and it's really just backfiring.
Yeah, just like you said, being abnormal in this type of tie, only need a tie situation. It doesn't really work well because we have seen so far many. Oh, another pallet stun for the mechanic. And without the blink, like you said, making it really difficult for Geisha to catch the first target, which was the acrobat, and now forcing her to switch for the mechanic, going to take that hit while put the pallet down. Also already used the abnormal once, and there's only two ciphers remaining, Eli. One of them 77, one is going to be started soon. So far, so good for the survivors.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really just looking like a winning position, even with that Abnormal. Still a lot of Cypher progress in play here. Does Mechanic have... Oh, beautiful hit through the pallet. Mechanic actually does have Tide Turner. But the bot is still in play, so the bot can still continue to decode here. And we're going to see him chair the Mechanic over near this last Cypher machine. So this will force them to start a new one. So, I mean, Potters isn't out of this just yet, but it's going to be really hard here. Goes for that dash to the Priest. Wow, what a dash. Got through the wall there. He's able to get a free hit on Priestess in the process. Mercenary getting an early rescue, but all he has to do is go back for this Mechanic, get Mechanic down back on the rocket chair as well. And that last Cypher is 0%, so Potters has a little bit of time to work with.
Yes, now there's only one cipher remaining, and Mechanic is gonna go down right here with last effort. To be honest, because it's a little bit far away to do abnormal, even though the machine is not yet advanced, it will be a little bit difficult for her to reach it, because that's one of the things with abnormal. You have to be close enough to the chair in order to abnormal it. So, and the robot is also here. And will she make it to the basement though? Because, wow, going for the basement, it definitely buys a little bit extra time for that last effort to be popped. And without teleport on the hand, it's just gonna make it a situation where the survivors can prime it and just go for the normal rescue. So the only thing left here for the Geisha is to try to camp this chair with all her might. And she missed the acrobat right there. Oh, flywheel on point. Trying to hit either the mechanic or the acrobat, either one will be going. Ooh, hitting the mechanic, and now Cypher Machine not yet done. Almost. That was so close for the mechanic to stand up. But now there's going to be 3 survivors still up. Ooh, they just pop it.
Why the Cypher was? I think it was primed. Why they didn't? Unless we missed something there. The Cypher showed that it was primed there on the screen. It showed 98%. They didn't pop it when mechanic got hit. That makes no sense at all. Now Potters just gets a tie from that. Now it's over. He's gonna go ahead and get the doesn't even have flywheel to use there. Gonna get the down here, and Potters just ties because the pop never happened. Unless we missed something, I don't really understand what happened there, but maybe they thought that Mechanic had an extra chair time and they could go for another rescue. I don't really know, but Potters is going to put Priestess on the rocket chair, and with the tension, he can just camp out this Priestess, destroy that long portal, and that should be the tie there. So, according to Entity, what happened is both survivors ran away from the Cypher machine instead of having someone prime it. So. Shout out to Entity for that. But yeah, wow, a huge game-changing misstep from the survivor side of MRC, and that's gonna most likely make it so WP is able to win here.
Yes, it's gonna cost them this one that they needed. It's gonna cost them a lot because they needed a win here, and the fact that they cannot. Because I was also waiting for the pop, and then I also saw that there's no one popping it. Like you said, I was a bit waiting for it, but at the same time. What a gameplay from the Geisha, now clutching for the rescue for the Priestess. Eli, Acrobat is going to be sit on the chair for the first time, and like you said, it looks like it's definitely going to be a tie, but there's all going for these rescues, and you don't know that the tension is almost about to be over in the next 10 seconds. So that could be a little bit of a risky possibility of going for another rescue there, while Geisha is definitely just going to try to clutch this cut on the Priestess, using all the portals to go a mad dash for the gate, and using a portal again. The Acrobat and the Mercenary are also running away. Wow, there is here.
They have oh, the geisha has teleport. She could have just teleported and cut off the priest. What? No, she teleports to the other gate, and they're gonna be able to get out and get a win here. The geisha had teleport. They could have just teleported to the gate and cut off the priestess. I don't understand. Now they teleport away with tinnitus. That just allows both survivors to get out, and just like that, the both survivors will actually make it out. And the huge misstep from the survivor side. Now
Hunters in this map because of those long distance cipher control, as well as soon as he gets the presence.
Okay, we're gonna head into the match between MRC and WP in round 3. Here, Galatia spawned at the front gate right here, and gonna transition into the big boat. I believe someone is in the big boat. I'm just gonna make sure it's going to be
The psychologist.
yeah, the psychologist. So it's the the greatest spawn that the sculptor can have in this game right here.
Yes, the beginning of the match, finding psychologist, trying to farm those hits from her, and now going down the first floor. Ooh, going for the window vault so early on, getting a little bit of boost right
Able
there.
to get a chip though.
Ooh,
From
yes.
Porter.
Yes.
I think the psychologist is just gonna stay in this area and try to stay away from all the other survivors cipher, but able to get another chip from Porter, and the normal hits will take place here. First present is unlocked, and I believe the blink is about to be available for Porter to be used here.
Yes, a blink here will be very good to push it out because they want to get this first down really fast for the sculpture, and now it's going to kite this area, going to force the blink, but no. Ooh, first down, but didn't force the blink out, so there's still the possibility for a rescue stuff, and there is a basement here, so going for the basement party immediately without thinking of it, that is very fast-minded for a sculptor. Looking good for Potter so far.
Yeah, I've said earlier they should think about the selling of the psychologist here in order to make up for the cipher for the cipher machine, since I think the best possible outcome for this match is going to be either a draw or a 3-man escape. Rescuing a person from the basement is, I would say, almost impossible.
Yes, especially when you still have 3 ciphers remaining and there's no decoder in your team.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take, first of all, it's gonna take a long time to go down to the basement rescue, and also you leave your cipher behind, so you are 1 cipher less, putting much more pressure, unnecessary pressure on your team. So that's why Greykeeper is just starting a new cipher, his second cipher, and everyone is just going to focus on the cipher, just like you said. So it definitely makes sense. Giving a little bit earmark maybe will be the only thing they can do at this point, but definitely not going for rescue.
Change to teleport and immediately going for Noob Momo, the Greykeeper here. Wanted order actually spotted the Greykeeper, so it's reasonable for Porter to immediately go for another survivor to go up against. Still, yeah, not rescuing the psychologist. Great call from the survivor side. Now, Noob Momo gonna try to avoid the statue, but get a normal hit here and also a statue hit. So max present has been unlocked. Sculptor gonna have an easier time downing a character.
Yes, because he only got another shovel, but he's still going into the shovel once again. That's really good for the Greykeeper. A fast hand, forcing the normal hit on the shovel, buying some extra distance, but now the status will be placed on. And we see there is another transition here. Is the mercenary in teddy bear outfit going for the the last cipher? Yeah.
Mercenary transition to the cipher that the Greykeeper has been decoding in the previously. Now, I believe Judah should be the one coming in for rescue, since Porter is trying to chair the Greykeeper near this cipher.
Yes, and we see that there is they're gonna force mercenary away from the last cipher. Nice elbow pad, forcing an early rescue as well, because Porter wants to take as much time as possible from this rescue.
Ooh! 2 statue hit and a normal hit coming in from Porter. Great understanding of the skill there coming from Porter. Nobumu is going to be hit by the normal attack and a doubled out situation.
And now, yes, but the Acrobat now is going for a 60% machine as well. So Acrobat is also the fact that Acrobat is focusing on another machine. It shows that they definitely don't want to commit to only one machine.
No, actually, they are decoding the same machine here. Acrobat is actually coming back for the cipher there. Gatekeeper trying to run away from that cipher. Masuri gonna try to self-heal and decode the last cipher, while Kuma sneaking into the chair and possibly making a safe rescue if possible.
Yes, one of the strongest thing here is a full presence Galatia trying to stop a rescue is gonna be very, very good if he can get that rescue done. But no, he knows that he will go for the chair and he decides to just teleport immediately. He's not taking any chances to get this rescue done and now going to focus on the Acro while the mercenary machine about to be primed.
Yeah, Kuma could totally be down by the statue right here, and it's going to happen. Kuma going to be chair while Masuri pop the cipher just a little bit late, I believe, because the cipher wasn't there yet. Judah's gonna try to survive the situation as the dungeon is actually as a small ball. So there's a chance that Masuri can escape through the dungeon.
Exactly. There's a huge chance right here, Entity, because Mercenary got 2 elbow pads left, and that is huge for a Mercenary. So he's gonna have to wait around a little bit. We don't know if the Acrobat bring a snooze or not, but he doesn't, then he's gonna work a little bit. Well, the chair is gonna speed up normally, and Sculptor is gonna just have to try to spot this Mercenary before he reaches the dungeon.
I mean, MRC has to make the escape. If Sculptor managed to get a 4K, it is going to be the end for MRC, since the previous round result was 6-3, 4-4, I believe. And for this game, MRC has to get at least 1 man escape.
Exactly, and now we see him doing a little, canceling the elbow pad, but no, there's another elbow pad left. That is really good. Nice statue hit, and now we see there's one more elbow pad.
He will win. Oh my god, what a sequence of events. It's going to be WP